I'm Julie, and the name of my company is Chefs of the Future, a cooking school that comes to you, and it's very exciting because now I'm in my kitchen, you're in your kitchen. I'm really coming to you. So today, and we're going to be doing Fairytale Cupcakes, and I think I picked out some cute designs. Um, and I just want to say that from my kitchen to yours, with love and creativity, let's get cooking here. So everyone has their box, and we're going to open it up. It's important, guys, that you follow along with what I'm telling you, and don't try to jump ahead, because I am doing it in a certain order, and this way we're all doing it at the same time. So you have some frostings. Don't handle the bags, just pick them up, and you can put them in front of you. Jalen and Dylan, you're going to need a pair of scissors and some butter knives and a platter or something that you're going to put your cupcakes on. So I took out the frostings, and then I have this bag of accompaniments, the decorations, and I'm just going to pick up the parchment and put it in front of me. So we'll be working on the parchment, and we could put the box to the side for right. And you can see everything. Excellent. So I'm going to put the cupcakes to the side, and then to the right of me, I'm going to gently empty out, or if you have a paper plate, you could use that. I'm going to just gently empty out all the decorations. Beautiful. So in your bag, we have these cones, and they're cut on the top. That's going to be to make, and I'm going to put this, there's two pictures of me, so I'm going to put this one down so you can see what I'm doing this way. And with the cones goes these little pieces of spaghetti sour things, and your Skittles. Then in another group, we're gonna, and this is what we're working with first. I have these, what are they called? Pocky. Love them. And my pretzels. They go together. And then, oh, this fruit by the foot. Let's take that and see how it's two colors? Everybody has different colors. So you're going to cut it down the center where the colors meet. You take your scissor and just cut it right down the center. Beautiful. And that goes with the castles. And then lastly, we have the ingredients for the unicorns. So these are I use these for the unicorn ears. And their horns and their eyes. Alright. Okay. So the first one we're going to do today is we're going to do the fairy wand. Very simple and easy. What you're going to do is you're going to take your bag, and you're going to, most of it is in one corner. That's the corner you're going to cut. For the blue, we don't have to do any detail with it. So we're going to cut it, it doesn't make a difference. It could be cut thicker, but I just try to cut a small tip off, because you could always cut it bigger later on if you want. So take whichever flavor cupcake you want, and then we're just going to use this as a pastry bag. So let me move these out of the way. So that view, there's always two views of me going. And you just, anytime you use a pastry bag, you hold it from the top. Don't handle it too much, especially now. Today is really, really hot out. It'll get melty. So we don't want it to get melted. So you just squeeze and go around. You don't have to use all of it. Oh, I gave you guys plenty. Okay. And I'm just going to put this to the side. And now we're going to build the wand, which is just the pokey. And you could cut a piece off. If yours got broken, because I know that in transport things break, it's okay. Just use the piece that you have. And then you're going to take the two pieces. Are you all, I'm sorry. I'll wait for you guys. Okay, thumbs up if you're ready to, your cupcake is frosted. And we're ready, then we just put the next step would be to put the wings on, or the wand. So the two pretzels, it could either be a butterfly or a wand. Now we're going to take the white. And the white, yes? Did someone?
Are you supposed to frost the whole thing or just the rim?
I covered my whole cupcake. So you don't have to use all of the frosting, but you want to cover the cupcake.
Okay.
All right. I think I sprinkled some, there should be sprinkles in there too. After this point, I sprinkled a little sprinkles on. Now the white, we're going to take the white next. And we only want to cut the white tip. I'll wait till you get done. Dylan, we're going to wait for Dylan. Okay. When we cut the white bag, we're only going to snip a tiny little bit. Just very, very small, because we want to use it like to decorate. And we're just going to trace the pretzel. So Dylan, after you got that on, you got your pokey on, and then your, looks like this. This is what it should look like. Okay. That's what it should look like. And now we're going to outline the pretzel and the pokey, so that it's going to end up looking like this. That's why we cut the tip very small. Right. If you didn't cut it very small, there's always another corner of the bag, but it's all right. So I am tracing the pretzel. And I'm tracing the pokey. And you really could use any color to do any of this. These are just the colors that I picked. And that's all it is, a little fairy wand. That's like a really simple cupcake, but it's a real wow, right? That if you want to have a little cupcake party and do that, or you can make them into butterflies, would be another great idea. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on to our castles. So here's what it looks like finished. Again, you guys have purple. So, and we have two. All right, everyone has at least two. So, if you have more, you could do them at the end. All right, so I'm going to pick a vanilla one and a chocolate one. Oh, and this is what I wanted to show you. This is a little tip. So if you guys are still working on the other one, you could just watch me as I do this. So we filled the bags with frosting, and then it turns it into a pastry bag. But how do you fill that bag? You see how mine is nice and neat? There's no frosting up here. You might have gotten one that's like, a couple of the chocolate ones, I made a really big mess. But see how it's nice and neat, right? I'm going to show you how to do that. You would take a plastic bag and you open it up and you take a nice tall cup and you put the points into the cup, and then you bring the sides of the bag down over the cup. So you're making a well. And then you would take your frosting And I was using a scoop, which was actually a great idea. But you take your frosting and you put it into the bag. See, so it was really important to fold it down over, because this is going to stay nice and clean. Because learning how to do the prep work for it is important also. And then you just lift the sides of the bag up, and there it is, a nice clean pastry bag. And we make sure that we seal it, but we take the air out of it as we seal it. So I'm going to start with my chocolate one. And you can cut this one, it doesn't have to be very small, but it doesn't have to be too big either. So I'm going to cut my pastry bag, and I'm going to top one of my cupcakes. I'm in a chocolate mood, so I'm going chocolate on chocolate. Then I am going to take my cone, and I'm going to put my fingers in like this. And then I'm going to put some chocolate on the cone. I'm just going to go up and down. You really don't need that much. So I just made like stripes on the cone. And then I'm going to take a knife or a spatula, and I'm going to just make sure the whole cone gets coated with the chocolate. Man, my kitchen is hot. Oh, that was the other thing. I forgot to tell you, if there's a parent around, maybe they could use a wet towel or a wipes. Now this is the little bit of a messy part. You're going to take it, I put my finger up here and just one finger there, and I'm just going to set it on the cupcake. Or paper towels would be okay at this point. Usually when I'm in class, I give everyone wipes just to have on the side. So that's what I'm going to do. My wipe. Now from there, you're going to take your little spaghetti, and we're going to make the doorway. So we just arch it and just set it right on. And we're going to fill the doorway in with white, or you could fill it in with another color. If you want to fill it in with blue, we opened up the blue already. Any color is fine. I just do white so that you can see the contrast. And your castle, when you're doing these another time, you can make them any color you want. So I just filled in, I went it round and filled it in. Tracing, a lot of tracing. Now I'm going to take a Skittle. I gave you 3 different color Skittles. And I'm just going to be a little uniform, and I'm going to use my white one. I actually have to put a little more frosting right on the top so it stays. Okay. Then I'm going to take my fruit by the foot that I cut long ways, and I'm going to peel it. And I am going to wrap it around the top, kind of hit the Skittle a little bit. And I want to make sure that, all right, I'm going to squeeze it in there. Oh, that was a pretty long piece. So, and then I'm going to trim it and cut a V at the end of it. All right. I'm going to take a look and see how you're doing. Someone left. It was Dylan and... Okay. And then you could do the second one. So, I'm going to do my second one purple. And you're going to have a lot of extra cupcakes there. You have, or you know what? Let me, let's move on to the unicorn. This way, in case everyone could like work at their own pace, and then you could finish up on your own. But this way, at least I show you all of them. Really, really easy. So I cut the white. I'm going to cut the other end of the wood. No, I'm going to keep it like this. So the white, I'm just going to keep going round and round. Whoa, my bag just popped open. Okay. It just came out the side. Alrighty. So that's going to make me switch to... Alright, there's Jalen and Dylan. Sometimes that happens on Zoom. Yeah, it happens. You get At least we have Zoom, right? All these new things that we learn. So did you see me do the castle one? Dylan? Yes, you did. Okay, so now we're doing the unicorn one. So I'm just going to do white on cupcake, and my pastry bit popped, so I'm gonna just use the spreader. It popped open. And the blue is the ears. I mean, really very simple. And then these pieces, see how I cut the tips off of these? I just twisted the unicorn just to get it to try to twist a little bit to make it look a little prettier than just straight up and down. And then you could just have the choice of whether you want to put the eyes on or not. I made one without the eyes. And it's just to get the feel that it's like a unicorn. And I put sprinkles on this one. Those sprinkles I gave you, you could like sift through them and just pick out one color star or one color dot and fill your whole one if you have the patience to do that. Like you could have a theme color. But I like to just sprinkle it all on. And we'll give them eyes. I did find this really fun package of eyes. Usually you could get these around Halloween. They're not available during the year, but see how some of them are really big? It was really fun. So I always look for at the end of a season. So at the end of Halloween, I went out and I bought all sorts of stuff. And there is little unicorn. And the last design is just a mushroom. So I would save the mushroom one for last. And you could go around and you could decorate all of your cupcakes. So some of you should have like 3 cones. And some will have extra decorations for unicorns. And just have fun with it, guys. And later on, so if you want to become part of my email list, you can text the word cooking to the number 22828. That's 22828. And I will type it into, I'll just type the numbers into the chat. 228, no, that's not in there. Cooking, COOKING, to 22828. You could become part of my email list. I do classes other than libraries. On Wednesday, I'm going to be at the Shelter Rock Library making homemade pretzels. So, your library is very special because they got you these kits. Some of the other ones we send out, just like the ingredients. So for the pretzels, I mean, really, it's easy. It's yeast and flour, honey, and sea salt. And we actually make the pretzels together. So we go step by step with everything. That's that. And then I have private cooking classes too. So if you're on my email list, you'll learn about the private cooking classes. And then if you go to my Facebook and Instagram, I post things about where I'm going to be, what are the libraries I'm going to be in. And then, as I said, I just started a YouTube channel. So my name is Julie A. Riley. And if you put the name of my company, Chefs of the Future, I have one video up there, how to make homemade ice cream. And that one's fun too. All you need is cream and milk. You don't even need the cream, you can use half and half. And sugar, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of vanilla. The biggest thing you need to make that recipe is you need the ice. Lots of ice. Oh, someone else got kicked out. Lots of ice and rock salt. And it's one big science project. I don't know if you guys have ever made homemade ice cream before. Purple and the green. And maybe I'm just going to make this multicolor. Fill mine with some red. Now I'm going to use a red Skittle on top. I gave you some things. If you have any other candy or anything in the house, you could have fun and make your own decorations. Be sure to send Miss Jillian some pictures. You could send me some pictures. Well, that's right, you didn't get my... Oh, that's where you could find my email address, my phone number, and my email address, phone... What is it? My email address and phone number are on your box, so you can take a picture, send me pictures, and I like to post them, and let me know if I'm allowed to post your pictures. I don't post children's pictures, I just post what they're working on, but if you allow me to, then I will post it. Every family is different. I know when my kids were young, I didn't post. Now they're teenagers, and I do. So now we're going to do the mushroom and just have fun with all your different. Take your time. So the mushroom is just right around. Fun. And then, oh, this is going to be challenging with this bag. Maybe I'll put it in another bag. Go. And on the mushroom, I made the dots different sizes, right? Because those enchanted forest mushrooms. Just make sure you make a circle. Oh, that's the... So my mission statement for my company is to empower children through food preparation. We reinforce math, science, art, cultural awareness, and I got stuck. All right, I don't have like prompt cards. Okay, to empower children through food preparation, reinforcing math, art, science, and cultural awareness, bringing families to the table, showing them the ease to prepare a home cooked meal, and fast does not have to be processed food. And finally, sitting down to a home cooked meal, everything that happens at that table is far beyond the food that is on the table. So the power of sitting down to a home cooked meal reaches far beyond the food. So I encourage everyone to cook together, eat together, and start your own new traditions. You guys can unmute if you want, if you have any questions, and we could keep decorating. And you could definitely show me what you got going on. Alrighty, my friends are all dinging. How you doing, Dylan? Did you decorate all 8 cupcakes? Yes, you did? Are they on a platter? Let me see some of them. Woo! I love the unicorns. I had that idea for the unicorn. I didn't know how I was going to execute it. And most of the stuff was just stuff that I had in the house. So if you have extra candy or something around, just sit down and just be creative with it. What is funny? You want to share what's funny? All right, I have a few more. I'm going to do another unicorn, I think. Like that. I'm not going to put eyes on this one. I'm just going to go like that. Because you kind of get the idea of what it's supposed to be. So I hope I gave you a few little tips, especially about filling that pastry bed. No eyes. And you know what the best part of cooking I find is that I cook and I share it with people. It's like sharing love. My grandmother taught me how to cook when I was about 5 years old. She taught me how to make pizza and homemade pasta and meatballs and eggplant. We would cook everything together. And sometimes you make a mistake in the kitchen, and that's okay. Because we don't have to be perfect. Do you know that that's how chocolate chip cookies were invented? Because someone made a mistake in the kitchen. What they did was they bought the wrong chocolate. They were going to make chocolate cookies, put this chocolate into the mix batter, and when it cooked, the chocolate didn't melt with the dough, and the chips stayed in there. So lucky for us, that person made that mistake.
It's one.
What is it? You made a toad?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm going to do a butterfly. Just a butterfly, right? Just put the 2 pretzels together. Did everyone have fun?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Extra funny.
All right, now, I know you're at home, but my rule is, and what time is it? It's a little after 5. I don't know what you're eating over there or not, but I say wait till after dinner to eat your cupcakes.
I created the double stack cupcake.
What is it? Take pictures and send them to me. Kids are so creative.
Do you agree that a bologna sandwich is a satisfactory meal, whereas caviar and champagne
Here, I made a butterfly.
think the last that might be considered a delight? We object. Is that
All right, everyone. From my kitchen to yours with love and creativity. Have a great night, and I hope to see you again. What are you doing? You're really being silly over there. All right, bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Tell everyone how you enjoyed it. Send pictures.